Hi, and welcome to another episode of Crocking the Box. This is Jim Starkweather, and today we're looking at the new IBG Models Bussing-Nag 500S, a German truck, circa 1940 or so. The picture obviously is depicting the right time period. We have a French knocked-out tank, and we have other little indicators, but this is in 1/35th scale in gray styrene, and model number is, or kit number is 35010. This is one of two releases. They have another Bussing-Nag 500A truck, which we will do in a separate video. But alright, let's take a look, shall we? I'm going to bring the camera focus down a bit. I'll bring the camera down a bit for this first shot here. So we have some of the parts here for the lower chassis. And just going along, fix focus here, and make sure we're, yeah, that looks good. So seeing pretty good detail, some rather thick connection points that are going to have to be careful, but will require some sanding and so forth. But not the kind of small finessed parts that some of us are probably used to seeing from some of the higher tech kits. But certainly nothing, nothing bad. Nothing, I see, nothing really, nothing really egregious or flash. There's no flash on any of these parts that I'm seeing, and you're seeing now, obviously too. And again, some pretty small detail parts here. Some of the chassis, I believe there's some of the suspension arms and so forth. A very small little gear cover or something there, and the back axle, or could be the front axle, I suppose. But so let's go to the next one. Obviously, this truck again is filling what I'm sure was only available potentially in resin before now. So for plastic, for the average model, I should say, that wants to build it in plastic, it's obviously going to be a great improvement. Some of the radiator and front grille pieces, again, looking very, very solid, very, good in terms of detail. I'm seeing a little bit on these doors. I don't know if you can see it in the video. I can feel a sinkhole there a little bit, so that might require some fill and some sanding. Obviously, some push parts right there in the process of making it. And then there's obviously on the back, you can see there's some of the doors there that might have sunk in, I guess. Not an expert on the manufacturing process, but from what people have told me, obviously these are sometimes issues when the parts are coming out of the molds. And then we have some of the tire pieces here, and it looks like they have also potentially gone with this new way of making tires, and this looks like potentially a 3 or 2 piece process. At least I think it's a 2-part process here, where this piece has got the kind of angled corner edges that fit into I believe this is the, right, it's a 3-part process, right? So obviously we've got front and back of wheels, or the front wheels, and then this is the middle piece, essentially. So it looks like the way they've done it, though, it would, I don't know if you can see there, but you can, line everything up. Obviously it's not going to be a problem lining it up. And again, there's some small detailed pieces on this sprue sheet as well. Then the back for the last few frets here are, let's see, the back decking material, it looks like. And again, I'm seeing a little indentation right here where my finger's pointing, but otherwise looks pretty good. The bottom looks good. And there's a lot of just kind of suspension arms and stuff here for the back, or I shouldn't say suspension, but structural things for the back. This looks good. Not a lot of, there's no real wood graining effect that I'm seeing, and it's just flat. So don't expect to see great wood grain kind of qualities to these. I'm not sure you can see, but there's a discoloration. It almost looks like it's not, I can't feel it, but there's a kind of a discoloration chemical look there to potentially the manufacturing process. We've got some of those pieces, and we've got our decals, sorry, and they look good. They are printed by TechMod, so obviously they know what they're doing. And then we have a clear plastic piece area here, and those look good. There's a little bit of a smudge on that one. It's definitely going to need some minor cleaning there. And the instruction sheet, which I will go ahead and come back up on so we can look at. I'll go back to autofocus. And it looks like they've got all your colors in terms of color identification for various parts. They have a detail of what parts are not being used, some extra wheel parts there, probably for a spare. And apologies for the phone ringing in the background, but out of my control, and I'm not redoing the entire video. Let's get to the actual kit building portion. Looks like these were all done using CAD. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3, and so forth and so on. These look good. Some things are written in Polish, but this one, for instance, but then it says according to color scheme on the bottom. And IBG is a Polish company, for those of you who didn't know. And some back paint and decal indicators. So overall, I mean, considering the niche that this truck fills, I think, I would say that's going to be a fairly successful release for modelers who want to have a authentic German truck in that front. I love how I saw this on the plastic, but I don't know if you can see this in the image, but it actually says, Bussing-Nag 6 ZYL, which means cylinder and diesel. So it's interesting that they really wanted to identify what type of trucks those were. So all the little details are all the little things you find out when you build models. Nothing really on the side of the boxes to note, but I hope you enjoyed that one. Like I said, we have the other model, which I'll kind of preview here, which is the Bussing-Nag 500A, and obviously that truck has the kind of overarching canvas supporting top, and trying to look at any of the other differences. Looks like the side doors are different. The front grille is about the same, similar. So anyways, we'll check that out and we'll see which parts are different and which parts are the same to kind of get an idea there. But thanks for watching this one.